Good morning. Welcome to Against the Public for February 25th. I want to thank everybody who jumped on an NBA 3-pack, college basketball 3-pack, and believe it or not, we're getting quite a few of you to join me on exhibition baseball games. Apparently, there are a lot of you that are ready to bet the bases, as am I. Sometimes I always feel a little bit strange putting exhibition games up because I feel like I'm going to put my reputation on the line when I put those games up, but I'm ready to go. I know who's starting. I pretty much know who's going to be in the lineup. I know, you have to be in tune with each team to know exactly who's going to be in the lineup, what their minor league system looks like, especially this time of spring. As we get into spring a little bit more, they'll start putting together their major league lineup on a regular season lineup on a daily basis. But, you got to stay on top of that. And I've been preparing for 2 months, so apparently a lot of you are ready to go. I'm Dana Lane. Thanks for joining me. Let's get into it. Let's check in on our all-access numbers as we head to day 2 of a brand new week. Of course, this is being recorded on Monday, so not all totals are reflective of Monday's results. You can hit that link below to see how we did. And all-access customers, we talk about totals quite a bit, and I don't focus on totals. I focus on sides and totals equally, but right now we're on an incredible 93-49 run on overall totals. That's 66% winners, 3,977 units of profit. We look to improve on that tonight. The last 30 days, just 59% winners, 3,416 units of profit. That's number one at Pickdawgz.com. And that's overall. That's side and total. So an incredible mark for all access customers. And congratulations to everybody that's been with me from the beginning. Obviously, we continue to dominate sportsbooks. We've been doing it over a long period of time. And I want to thank everybody who joined me again on Monday. Before we get to your free selection, let's just take a look at how Tuesday's pretty strong all-access card is shaping up. And, of course, we'll start things off, as we usually will at this time of year during the week, with the MLB exhibition schedule, 13 games on tap. We'll likely grab 3 of those. We'll see how it works out. Still trying to get pitching matchups. We do know that Max Scherzer is going to make his spring debut for Toronto, so that's going to be interesting to watch for a game or for an inning or two. We'll probably be on that game in some way. 16 games on the college basketball slate, starting with Bowling Green in Eastern Michigan. That will tip off at 6:30 Eastern Time, 3:30 Pacific. College basketball customers continue to rule their sports books behind a current run of 78-48. That's 62% winners, 2,285 units of profit. We're on a modest 15-7 run on the sides, but totals once again continue to dominate. 63-34 run, 2,454 units of profit behind 65% winners. Over the previous 7 days, we've enjoyed 61% winners, 59% over the last 30 days. That's number one at Pick Dawgz. The last 90 days in college hoops, number one result again on the back of 58% winners, 3,856 units of profit. All that adds up to 56% winners this entire season, 3,512 units of profit. We'll have 3 games off the college basketball schedule tomorrow. The NBA, or today, Tuesday. NBA presents a 7-game card starting with the Celtics heading north to take on the Toronto Raptors. That game will tip off at 7 o'clock Eastern Time, 4 o'clock Pacific. My bettors are killing the NBA. We're in the middle of a 48-29 run, 62% winners, 1,586 units of profit. NBA totals, 39-15 run over my last 54 plays, 72% winners, 2,223 units of profit. And we're just waiting on this Charlotte Kings game to go under the total, which is what we have. So that will make 3-pack customers happy, and that will make individual game players happy as well. Last 30 days in the NBA, just been incredible. 44-28 overall run, run, 61% winners, 1,299 units of profit. #1 overall at pickdawgz.com. We'll have 3 games off the NBA card. And then finally, we'll attack a massive 12-game schedule in the National Hockey League. Start things off with the Carolina Hurricanes taking on the Montreal Canadiens. That will face off at 7 o'clock Eastern Time, 4 Pacific. We'll grab a trio of games as we look to improve on a 9-3 NHL run on our side plays. The last 7 days on the ice have produced 67% winners. That's #1 overall at pickdawgz.com amongst cappers with at least 9 plays. 59% winners over the last 30 days. Also good for #1 overall at Pick Dawgz. All plays, all records, always documented daily at pickdawgz.com. That adds up to a pretty strong 12-game schedule with plenty of reasons why you need to become an all-access member if you're not already. Of course, we have something for everyone, but our best and most popular package by far is our annual all-access pass that gives you every play that I release from now to this time next year for one low price, just $4.11 a day. So get to pickdawgz.com, jump on that. Before we move on to your free play, I also want to remind you, Major League Baseball season is coming. I have my season pass locked and loaded at Pick Dawgz. You can get every play that I release. That means pretty much every day you'll get at least 3 plays on the weekend, maybe 4 or 5 plays, but definitely 3 plays a day. And you get that for less than $100 a month. That will take you through the start of the regular season, right through the last pitch of the World Series. So please join me all summer. We smashed another free play last night, guys, so let's go get another. We're going to go to rotation number 603-604, App State taking on Georgia Southern. The Mountaineers are a 1.5-point road favorite. Total 138.5. This total opened up at 137.5. That was bet up a point behind professional wagers. Despite check that. This total opened up at let's see, 138.5. I'm looking at right now. Looks like it's moved a little bit now. When I first looked at this, it had moved a little bit, but now it's still at 138.5. So it has not moved at all. But we do see some professional wagers on the over. So this total might get pushed up just a little bit. So keep a mind on that. Anticipate it moving up just a little bit. So you want to get on this as soon as possible, because this is one of those games that might move a point and a half by the time it tips off. We'll start things off with App State, who is 17-11 straight up this season, 11-15 ATS, 16-9-1 to the under. Coming off that 19-point loss to Marshall, the Mountaineers have rotated wins and losses over the last 3 games. However, they did fail to cover all 3 of those games, and they have failed to cover 8 of their last 10. They collected another under, cashing their 5th under in their last 6 games. Georgia Southern, 14-15 straight up, 13-15 ATS, 16-12 to the over. They dropped 3 of the last 4 games after a 5-point loss at James Madison, a game that was decided in overtime. They were a 9-point dog in that matchup. It was their 2nd straight cover and 3rd in their last 5 games. They did keep a 4-game over streak alive. This is going to be the second meeting between these schools in the last 5 days, and we were all over the first meeting. On Thursday, we saw the Mountaineers and the Eagles. They needed overtime, but App State emerged victorious in that game, and a little more difficult than I think people anticipated. We were on Georgia Southern plus the 9, but I think that result is going to help us in this game, because we won't find Appalachian State looking ahead to Marshall. That's a big game, but they know they were really close in dropping that first game. So Marshall will not matter if they lose this one. Despite the victory, I don't think that they were very happy in the way that they played. And watching that game, I was like, okay, was not as we had Georgia Southern plus the points, but I thought Appalachian State would just be a little bit better. And the Mountaineers, they're 5-2 in their last 7 road games. And 2 of the last 3 games they've won on the road by double digits. And that's pretty good for a team that has not won a road game or didn't win a road game until January 16th, and they have certainly turned their fortunes around on the back of defense. They have played exceptional defense, especially in Sun Belt games. Over the last 7 games, they've allowed just 56 points per game, and that game against Coastal Carolina 12 days ago, they allowed just 46 points to the Chanticleers. We remember also last month against ODU, and this is really where they started to turn things around. They held the Monarchs to just 43 points, and it was the fewest points a Division I basketball team had allowed since 2015. So I like where Appalachian State is right now. They're not going to be caught napping in this one. They're a road favorite for a reason. So your free play for Tuesday is Appalachian State -1.5. You might have to lay a little bit of juice on this, and $1.15 seems to be the consensus number, but maybe you'll find $1.10. Always shop for the best number, but we're going with App State as your free play. Go to pickdawgz.com, where every individual play and every discounted long-term pass is locked and loaded, including my annual all-access pass for just $4.11 a day. I can't thank you enough for joining me. Thank you so much for continuing. The average views on a daily basis just keeps on going up. So we are building this. And whether you're just a ninja watcher and you just kind of watch and don't react, that's fine. I appreciate each and every one of you. But if you could hit that like and subscribe button, of course, I would appreciate that too. For Against the Public, I'm Dana Lane. All the best to you and your wagers on Tuesday.